Wall-to-panel subconstruction framing. The drained and back ventilated rain-screened facades we promote hold the panels away from the main wall. To keep the panels in place, a subconstruction or supporting frame is needed to connect the panels to the wall. Normally, a wall bracket connects the profiles to the wall. The vertical profiles support the panels. This creates a cavity space, which is an ideal position for the insulation. The panel layout can have a big influence on the amount of large or small profiles needed. When meeting the architect early in his design process, it can be helpful to discuss this. For example, using the same size panel in a vertical pattern will result in a different subconstruction layout than if the panels were arranged horizontally. Other influences include having staggered joints or free patterns using different sized panels. Firstly, we will look at the wall structure, insulation, then the cavity, before moving on to the subconstruction, and finally addressing some design principles. Wall structure. The main structural wall can be a timber or metal lightweight frame, or a massive masonry construction, such as concrete or brick. This structural wall needs to carry the weight of the facade and resist the power of the wind. It should also be airtight, especially around openings such as windows. Airtightness prevents moisture, ingress, and ensures that the building remains thermally efficient. Insulation. In this section, we will look at how to insulate the facade and prevent thermal bridges. How to insulate the facade. The insulation, be it a mineral wool or a foam-based material, must be thick enough to suit the building's function. Each product has its own characteristics and level of performance. Ideally, the insulation should be fireproof, water-resistant, and breathable. To meet these criteria, a number of insulation suppliers have a board for ventilated facades. Whichever insulation board is chosen, they must all be securely fixed to the structure, which is normally with special fastenings. Over time, the insulation must not sag or bulge out to block the air cavity. It is important that the insulation has no gaps at its joints and fits tightly around the subconstruction to reduce heat loss